Hey guys, what's up? It's Dave. I'm going to go over some of the swing trades that I was in last week and that I closed out. This is my second video because I forgot to hit record, so here we go. First one is UPST. I exited last week. The overall look, here's a daily, here's an earnings gap up. It's failing to fill this gap up. Came down, tested it. I was looking for an entry as it started to curl up and it respected the white line, which is the 10 EMA here. And I entered in this white circle around this time. I put in an order ahead of time at $69. And in the morning, it just sold off very quickly, picked me up. My stop loss was 63.70, below the lows, below the 10 EMA, and I rode the ride. We can see what I was kind of looking at daily-wise was price. This is a high short float name, right? So price was kind of curling up. I was anticipating it to kind of continue on and maybe break those highs, but yet it found supply and it pulled back pretty darn strongly on volume, unfortunately. At that point in time, I moved my stop loss up to break even. I didn't take any partial profits or anything like that. And I exited right here on this big red day around 72.20 or so. I didn't want a trade that I was holding for this long to go negative. I was not going to let it go green to red. So I just exited the whole position and called it a day. Excuse me. Now, it is looking like it's setting up again. It is back. It tagged the 20 EMA. It chopped around and consolidated here around the 10 EMA. Broke out of that consolidation on Friday, and now it looks like it might want to round down up. So it's looking pretty decent, even if you want to look at it at the 65. I could see it kind of maybe tag up here, get a little bit of supply, and maybe set a higher low versus this low, maybe do a little shakeout of this 72.30 level. Either way, I would be looking for another long. This is a high short float name. So I entered here at 69 bucks, exited around 72.30 and called it a day, and I was out. Next is PLTR. Here I entered after hours. I think it was on a Wednesday or something like that. Yeah, it was a Wednesday evening at like 11 o'clock. I was charting. I was looking at what was a price I'd be okay entering at with the stop loss below this consolidation and underneath the 10 EMA as it was time correcting to the 10 EMA. And 61, I opened up my my brokerage and price was 61 bucks. I was like, all right, might as well enter there. So I had a $3 stop. My 2R would have been, it was 67. Am I doing that math right? 64, 67. I exited 2/3 of my position at the 66.70 level here. I made a mistake by moving my stop loss before the end of the day when I exited this, and I moved it to $66 flat. As you can see, it came down. It tagged me out by 4 cents. Though 65.96 by 4 cents. That was my runner, and you know, enough is said by looking at the chart. So I missed out, you know, on a $10 move here, nice percentage move, but these things happen. So those are the two that I closed last week. That's how I entered and played them. Next, what I'm currently in crypto-wise XRP. Holy cow, we're getting some liquidity on the 5-minute right now here. XRP, if you look at it daily wise, looks pretty solid. It's been strong. It curled, pulled back inside day on Friday, Saturday, nice move up. Sunday, it did break the high, but it's just kind of consolidating, resting. Came close to the 10 EMA here, probably hit like the 8 or something like that. And now looking on this 65 here, you can see that this level, this 250, was a level to break. It broke it, flagged back to it, set a higher low at it, and it's moving on up. This volume supply, this area here, price was above it just a little bit ago, but you can see it was chopping around it, and now something's going on. I don't know. But either way, I'm in it from this 247-ish level. and we'll just hold it until it starts creating lower lows. I'm in a break-even trade right now, so we'll see if it finds a bid. Next one is Tesla that I am still in. I entered this on Monday. Last week, I had the day off. Last week was not a good week for me. I broke a couple of my rules. I didn't put my stop losses in, and I didn't put my stop losses in. The trade setup here was a look below and fail. This was a day trade, and the low of the day was broke. It ended up being a nice little bottoming tail. I set an anchor VWAP to it, and I watched it respect it again. We got a nice little volume pump on green, consolidated, came back, tested the anchor VWAP from the daily low again, and it held. It was also pinching and consolidating between the VWAP of the day. So I entered at 350, 370. Stop loss was below the day. This was a very small position, literally 3 shares. 3 shares. And out of all of them, this is doing my best, and it's my smallest position, unfortunately. But you can see it broke the high of the day and just came back and consolidated. So this had nothing to do, really do with anything. It just a balanced day. Then following day, what was it, Tuesday, came back, could not fill this gap, double bottomed, broke this 351 level, tested it again, and then never looked back. So I'm in a decent trade percentage-wise with Tesla. Unfortunately, not making very much money off it because I have 3 shares, but that's a-okay-ish. It's keeping my account level because of one of the other trades that I messed up in. SE, I'm still in this also. I entered on this day here, Wednesday, on that white line at the break of this 115 level. I was kind of looking for, it was created a higher high and a higher low, higher high, higher low. And it found supply there. And then you can see that it was respecting the 10 EMA. Let me just go down to the 30 here. So I entered here, found supply, it came back. My stop loss was 1050, basically below this consolidation area. And you can see that it respected this 1170-ish level, was respected a lot. So this day we got a shakeout and a quick close up, which is great. I didn't get tagged. It would have had to close below that anchor VWAP that I have from this low down here, and then also the 10 EMA. So now I'm holding it. It broke this downtrend line, consolidating, kind of retesting it. We'll see if it wants to curl on back up. It's still respecting that anchor VWAP from this shakeout candle here. So we shall see if that wants to continue. I'm up a little bit on this one. VST is another one that's kind of aggravating me. I did have another crappy entry here. I'll give you the daily look here. I like that it broke these highs, pulled back, flagged to the 10 EMA, second move. Now it flagged to the 10 EMA again, and you can see that if I go on the 65, it's getting the downtrend line, and this like 1560-ish level, 1550 level, 150, 350 level has been pretty important as price likes to consolidate, B profiles, and then pop up. So I entered here as I thought it was going to break that downtrend line, but it didn't. It just got sold back off. It consolidated. My stop loss was 152.90. Never got tagged, so I'm holding it. It continues to respect the 10 EMA, the 10 EMA, the 10 EMA, the 10 EMA again. And so I don't know if there's a buy program on it, but what I do know is that it broke this downtrend line. It's hitting this supply area of 163.50-ish. Now it's pulling back. We'll see if it creates a higher low versus this low here and continues and trends on up. If it wants to do that, I could see the highs being next. Getting it there around the 167.50. So that is that. And then last one is Carvana. This is the one I messed up on. I was bad. I broke my rules. I did not set a stop loss when I entered because I entered at work, and this is what it gets me. I forgot about it. I forgot to enter my stop loss, which is a terrible excuse. Don't do that. My stop loss was 253 below this pennant. You can see, looking on the daily here, Carvana CVNA has been a pretty strong name. If TradingView would please not freeze. Come on. There we go. Breaking these highs, and it's just kind of chopping sideways, consolidating here. I was watching this downtrend line, so you can see it's big gap up, okay? Failed to fill the earnings gap all the way, and now it got over the earnings gap, the green line again. So the buyers from this earnings report, they are in control. So looking at the 65-minute, you can see this downtrend line break, this uptrend line, kind of going into a bullish pennant here. Trend is up. 10 EMA, 10 EMA, 10 EMA, 10 EMA, 10 EMA, 10 EMA, 10 EMA. So I'm seeing it respect the 10 EMA. It broke this. I treated this. I'm going to turn off these volume profiles. I treated this green candle as the retest of the downtrend line break. I entered a little bit afterwards, and then, it just got smacked down. I did not set my stop loss, so I am down now 2R in the trade. However, I am holding it because it is at this anchored VWAP. It is also at the 20 EMA, so this is kind of the backstop. I also liked it because, let me turn this back on, the B profiles here, all it did, it sold off strongly in the morning, but then the rest of the day it consolidated and chopped sideways. It ended the day over anchored VWAP. So if a lot of people got caught or started to short this, thinking, hey, this thing's finally coming down, it's a high short float name, it liquidated in the morning. And if people are thinking this is the leg one of a down move, then, they might have gotten some shorts trapped in here. But price ended up over VWAP for the day. So buyers ended in control of the day for the last half hour of the day. So these shorts down here, they're going to start feeling the pressure if buyers start stepping in again, especially at the 20 EMA. So that's why I'm holding it. I had a crappy entry, just like a good majority of my freaking trades last week. But I'm still up around 8% or so. So I'm just going to manage my risk, let my trades ride, and go with that. Learn from my mistakes, guys. Set your stop losses. Follow your trading plan. Don't be like me last week. Later.